Hello, my powerful one. Lenka Lutonska here, creator of Business Energetics and founder of Business Energetics Academy. Just in case you need a reminder, your intuition is a million maker. Yes, metaphorically speaking, but also literally speaking. It's been proven beyond any shadow of a human doubt through various research that intuitive intelligence is number one source of wealth, of the most profitable ideas, and of those steps forward that can make you millions and that can help you to impact millions and millions of people in the most powerful way. So today's video is about sharing with you 5 very powerful tips how you can prime your intuition and strengthen your intuitive intelligence so you can call in a lot more abundance. Are we up for it? Let's get to it. So the first tip from my heart to yours is to prime your intuitive intelligence through identity work. What do I mean by that? The thing is, your intuition and intuitive ideas, intuitive guidance will always match your energy, your frequency, your identity. I'll give you an example. If let's say you are going through the period in your business where you're struggling a little bit, maybe money got a little bit tight, and you put yourself maybe unconsciously in the identity of I'm struggling and I'm desperate, and you are looking for the ideas to fix your situations, you will get some inner guidance that will feel like intuitive guidance. You might come across that idea on YouTube or that idea on Facebook. However, once you implement that idea, it will lead to more lack, more desperation, more need. You see, because this is the law. Your intuition can only match your energy, and it's your identity that is the source of the intuitive ideas. So it's your responsibility to prime yourself for the most powerful, most abundant, most potent intuitive ideas by identity work, meaning choosing that identity that represents you living the life you want to live, running the business you want to run, impacting as many people as you want to impact, and so forth. So for instance, when I started this incredible business that now spans 184 countries, at the very beginning, I would every single day imagine that I'm already, at the time, what was for me important to be a world-class coach, sought after coach, global influence. I was every day imagining myself that I am already that woman that makes that big impact. At the time, I had very few clients and certainly not from 184 countries. However, because I was every day stepping into that identity, maybe visualizing even for a few minutes that I am already that woman, what then is going to happen? Your intuition will start matching that frequency, will start matching that identity. So the ideas that your human mind will start to pick up through that intuitive channel will match that frequency. So it's from there, from that place where I received every single idea what to do or not to do, what to choose, to expand massively from 0 to millions and expand my impact across so many countries. So that's tip number 1. Take time every day, and if you can all day every day, to prime your intuition by identity work, visualization, embodiment, making the choices, and so forth. Tip number 2, how to strengthen your intuitive intelligence and call in masses of abundance, is learn to distinguish between your intuition and gut feeling. And again, what do I mean by that is you may know what I'm talking about. Sometimes it's very easy to actually confuse the intuitive guidance and the gut feeling. Gut feeling is not identity-based. Gut feeling is not soul-led. Gut feeling is your survival instinct, which is often fear-based. Yes, it wants to protect you in theory. However, it's often clouded by your past experiences, by decisions you made in past, by even traumas. So, on most occasions, the fear will be stopping you to expand and to go into unknown, which is the field of actual expansion. So you've got to be careful not to get confused between what is your intuitive guidance and what is your gut, the fear talking. Now, how to recognize what is the true intuition talking, or what is your gut or fear talking? Well, when the intuition is talking to you, when your soul or higher mind is talking to you through your intuitive channel, it will feel either neutral or very expansive. It will expand you. Whereas where your gut is talking, where your fear is talking, it will feel very restricting. It will feel contractive. You will feel fear. You will feel squeeze in your body. That's the biggest giveaway, and you want to train yourself, and you will through practice what is actually what. Also, your intuitive guidance will be largely about going towards something rather than avoid something. So again, it will be the neutrality or expansion, and even if it tells you not to do something, it's very neutral. It's just simple knowing. It's pure knowing rather than very emotionally charged. Okay? Those are the key differences between the intuition and a gut feeling. Learn to recognize between those two, because what you want to be guided by into your millions is your intuition, not your gut, not your fear. And from here, tip number 3 comes, and that is act fast on your intuitive ideas. Why? Because the longer you sit on those potent intuitive ideas, more you give yourself chance to go from intuition into gut. I'll give you one example. So let's say a client says, Lenka, I feel really inspired. I'm being called into one of your programs. But she would be sitting on it for a day or two because thinking about it, because what if I'm not ready, or whatever the human mind wants to bring up, because you're stepping into the field of expansion and into higher level of identity. So of course the human mind wants to question, wants to keep you safe and where you are. And then after a few days, this same client will say, oh, but I felt into this fully, and my higher mind, my higher self is telling me not yet, not now, I'm not ready, this or that. So the fear mind, the current self, will disguise itself as higher mind. So the signals gets completely confused. And that's because you gave yourself that lots and lots of space to quote unquote think about it. Where are you going to think about it or even feel into it? But more likely than not, you will get more and more engaged with your current self, with your current identity and program mind, which will keep you where you are in the same loop. So practice speed when it comes to intuitive ideas. Practice taking those steps forward, whatever they might be, before your current self, or how I lovingly call this aspect of ourselves, little human, starts interfering with its various archetypes that will want to keep you safe, but by definition small. I think it's Mel Robbins that came up with this idea, just go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go before you think. I know this may sound a little crazy, but this is one of those key things that helped me, especially in the earliest years of my development and business journeys, to go and to grow really quite rapidly. Because let's say if I got an idea, once I got idea for a 1-day intensive that I think there was a little swear word. I can't remember what it was, but it was very expansive, but there was swear word in actual name, and the price point stretched me as well. But I absolutely knew it was coming from the higher self. So you know what I did? Instead of even going sleep with that idea, I put it on Instagram or somewhere where I committed to it. Hey, divine download came and we're going for it. What was it? There was a swear word, I can't remember, but about Empire, 1 day intensive, more details coming in the next few days. Who is this energy calling? Let me know. So I put basically almost like commitment post out there before I could talk myself out of it, because I tell you what, I know what it feels like, and knew what it feels like to talk yourself out of the best ideas that came through the dear intuitive channel. I will give you one more cautionary tale on this. I cannot help, it just came through. And this goes, yes, to a few years back when I was given a talk in London, and after I delivered the talk, one member of the audience came in and said, Lenka, I remember when you launched the first round of your, at the time it was Get Fully Booked Academy group program. And at the time I also had very, very similar idea to launch a similar group program. But I told myself that who am I to launch it? I'm not ready. She's launching it. And I know why she came to share this with me, because I was sharing during the talk that I had the same self-talk. Who am I to launch this program? There is such and such coach who's got so much more experience, more audience. She's much more established and she's charging less. So I was just about to introduce that first group program and I charged more. So I was really, really heavily questioning myself. Shall I not follow my intuition? Shall I adjust? Shall I stop? Shall I pause? Shall I make it cheaper? And I decided, no, I trust my intuition. I trust my divine guidance. And even if I may not have the same amount of physical experience and this particular coach does, or I may not have as big audience as this coach does, I'm trusting my intuition and I trust that I'm the original and unique channel for this work. So I launched it and it was moderately successful, but it grew massively, and it was really the foundation of a multiple seven-figure business. And this woman came, a wonderful woman came after this talk and said, at the time I also had a similar idea, but I stopped myself. I went into fear essentially instead of following the intuitive idea, because who am I? Because a little human came out and so forth. And I'm in the exact situation I was a few years back, asking myself, how can I earn more money? How can I have more clients? So that's the cautionary tale that wanted to be shared through me to you, maybe not in the most elegant way, but the point remains the same. Please practice speed when it comes to your divine intuitive ideas. The universe loves speed and you will be rewarded for your speed. It's not easy, but practice it, please. Okay? Tip number 4. Be open to upgrades, meaning, yes, when you act, and especially when you act fast on your intuition, you may, in that process, got even more ideas, even more refined ideas. And because you are actually honoring your intuition, you are actually becoming, by following your intuition, by implementing whatever your intuition is saying, you are becoming a perfect energetic match to that identity that you're meant to be. So more of those ideas will come. You want to be very, very flexible here. So number 1, do not desire for your intuition to always make sense. Oftentimes it will make zero freaking sense. So for instance, your intuition will tell you that today how you're going to be giving yourself the biggest service and how you're going to embody that highest in identity is by not working entire day, but by going to spa. So you would think, logically speaking, that you're going to actually put everything on hold and that far less will be done in your business because your intuition told you to go to spa and relax, do nothing. But actually what's happening energetically is, even though that going to spa and not working seems like really unrelated to speed, to results, to even business, what may be happening energetically as you honor that intuition and as you will go to spa, you will become so deeply present, you will become so deeply relaxed that that real idea for your business and real clarity, that next step, is finally able to drop through. So some ideas will make zero sense. Some ideas will have nothing to do with your business. Some ideas will ask you to be brave and to trust. But please do trust. And as you trust, as you embody, as you accept that intuitive idea, more upgrades, more potent ideas will be coming because you will be already matched to it. Your energy will be primed through those initial ideas that don't make sense. All right? So be open to upgrades. And tip number 5 is to learn to enhance your intuition rather than to replace it. What do I mean by that? Still, majority of powerful entrepreneurs and change makers are learning and investing in courses, in books, in mentors, in materials from the place where they actually try to unconsciously replace their intuition rather than enhance it, meaning they'll take these courses to how do I make my funnels work? I'll give you an example. Let's say typical entrepreneur, they decide that I want to make lots of money and impact passively, quote unquote, meaning whether I take holidays or whether I work, it's happening automatically. So I'm going to invest in this course and in that thing and in that course because I want to really, really find out how to do it. What do I need to do to make this happen? So you invest in that course on funneling and that course on, I don't know, advertising. And it's like, okay, what do I need to do to make it happen? Okay, there's the tip. Okay, I'm going to implement it. There's this strategy. Okay, I'm going to implement it. Blindly implementing the strategies that you learn, and that actually replaces your intuition. And sometimes, if incidentally you align your energy with it and you have absolutely zero doubt that it's going to work, sometimes it works, but oftentimes it doesn't because you just took somebody else's maybe amazing strategy, but it wasn't energetically aligned with you. It's not going to always work. However, if you do the same thing from the identity, if you choose first, yes, I am becoming that woman, that man, that change maker, that visionary who is making 7-figure, let's say, impact on autopilot, whatever I do or don't do, and I impact millions of people, and I'm best at this, great. Then you might start investing in that course and that course and that course because you want to support your intuition, your higher selves to give you the best ideas. So you're going to learn to get options, to get inspired. It could be done this way and this way and this way. You're growing your awareness. So what you're actually doing is you are giving your programmed, learned human mind, you're building this reference library. Reference library, that is what it is, the knowledge. Reference library. Now, your human mind does not create the intuitive ideas. It receives that from identity again, yes, from which identity you're hooked into. And your intuition is the channel, so it perceives the idea, it receives the idea. So then, when you are in that identity of your higher self, and you know a lot, with your knowledge, you know a lot, then your intuition has got plenty of references what it can catch us into how to deliver that piece of download to you. So it's got plenty of references it can catch into, and it will make sense to you. It will give you that aha. And therefore, you're way more likely to go and implement it and put your energy into it as I believe in this. So you go and follow that intuition. So that is the true purpose of learning. Isn't that freeing? It's not to how do I need to make it happen. It's to grow that reference library. Expand your mind. So please don't worry about having to implement you know what? I hear this so often that, oh, I've got to implement what I learned first. No, you don't have to implement everything that you learn. With learning, you expand the reference library of your mind, which then enhances your intuitive guidance. It's the way to increase your intuitive intelligence. You see? So don't feel guilty if you don't implement everything you learn. But what's important is that you learn, that you invest in yourself for the purpose of increasing your intuitive guidance rather than replacing it. Okay? Now, in next video, I will take you through a 4-step process that I practiced religiously for at minimum a year or year and a half that took me from 0 to multiple 6 figures and beyond. Now I do it just naturally, but I will take you through 4-step process that took me really, really in that key period of my business to much higher place through increasing that intuitive intelligence. So I'll take you through that process in the next video. But for now, I will invite you to just very, very briefly close your eyes and imagine you already are that woman that man, that visionary, that change maker, who has all you desire to have, who does all you desire to do, who is all you desire to be. You are that person already. You are that entrepreneur already. You have that abundance. You have that impact. You have it all. And now, as you feel those wonderful feelings, as you step into that identity, ask yourself, how does this version of me want to express itself through me today? What's my part in this today? Not to make something happen, but to express this version of me. And whatever comes to your mind, first, I want to hear that in the comments, because that is a very powerful piece of intuitive guidance. So put that in the comments, please, and go and implement it. You will close that energetic gap so much, and it's this way, again and again and again and again and again, and it's this way. When you take yourself from wherever you are to millions, metaphorically, literally, in terms of your impact, in terms of your purpose, in terms of your happiness and fulfillment and aliveness. All right? So in the meantime, I say goodbye to you. And actually, before saying goodbye, can you do me a huge, huge favor? For me, for Lenka as a person, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe and please comment. It's so good for me as a human Lenka, not the huge change maker and visionary behind business energetics, human Lenka, to know that these videos make impact. So one little act, whether that's subscribing or liking this video and especially commenting, will make me so happy. It will be the biggest thank you can give me. So thank you very much in advance, and I, my dear, will see you in the next video about the 4 steps routine that will increase this intuitive intelligence so much that that insane abundance cannot escape you. All right? So much love to you. Until next time. Bye-bye.